some other stuff too.
Yes, we are. We're actually working on. All right, Mike. We have a guest. We have a guest that's going to be coming on. Would you like to set it up while I get him on?
All right. Yeah. So we are about to be joined. He's the host of Beauty and the Beta. He also has his own channel. YouTuber Matt Christiansen joining us right now.
Hey, Matt.
What's up, dudes?
Are you on? Okay.
I am. Yeah.
Sorry, Skype sucks. So.
All right. So I'll give a little background here because I'm sure
of course
not everybody's caught up. So we did a segment the other day. We played a clip of Matt Christiansen's video covering I believe what was it?
The whistleblower.
The whistleblower. Which, by the way, we did like that video, but I did get a little fired up. I might have went off a little bit and said some stuff. So to Matt's credit, he contacted us and was like,
he did.
All right,
he commented on the video, and I said, email me. We'll
he
get
said, all right, well, Mersh is incorrect here, so I would like a chance to refute, his points. And we're pretty fair about it. So we were like, sure, come on. Like, I don't, I'm going to avoid that. So, yeah, we wanted to bring you on and, hash it out.
Well, sure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course.
I guess it's your platform. I defer to how you want to run this, but I'm genuinely confused by the accusations made against me. They seem to be made on the spot out of some weird personal animus. I don't know how long you guys looked at my channel. 5 seconds?
No, that's not true at all. I've actually, I'll be honest. I won't speak for Mike, but I'll speak for me. I've seen quite a few of your videos. I don't ignore your video. I mean, no, I don't sit. I haven't seen your entire catalog. To be fair, I haven't.
Okay, so what do I talk about most often?
Well, I have watched your show before, but to be honest with you, with our community growing, I haven't had time to watch stuff as much as I used to. But back when we were, back on YouTube and we were checking out the landscape, yeah, I've watched your show. I'm actually subbed to your channel.
So you've watched my stuff, but you've never seen me defend free speech.
No, hold on.
I never said you
Nobody
didn't defend
said that.
That is a quote from Monday.
But
I've never. This man has never defended free speech. That was the claim.
In the context that you've never done it in any context where there's any penalties or any.
You've been linked
anything
to dozens
of
clips on Twitter and in the comments of your own stream.
What?
What are you talking about?
I just this last week.
No.
I've defended Red Ice. I've defended Nick Fuentes and the Groypers.
Well, the Groypers thing
how
is,
do I pass your purity
test?
Because
that's a fashionable thing. Everyone's defending the Groypers. There's
Red
70-year-old ladies
yeah, of
defending.
Course it is.
There's 70-year-old ladies defending the Groypers right now. So that's not.
Who do I? Okay, so it's only the people. First of all, I'm a gatekeeper, but I have to check all your boxes before I count.
No, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. What does it matter? What does it matter? What does it matter what we think? I'm just out of curiosity because you're worried about our boxes
me of being
checked,
unprincipled. Meanwhile, you totally lack principle.
Okay, how do we lack principle?
Well, first of all, you say that I don't stand up for free speech.
No, I never said you don't. I said you don't stand up for free speech when it's uncomfortable. When it's not fashionable.
I can never
it's easy. Of course, everybody's like, no, I like free speech. Everyone says that.
I have defended Cantwell. I have defended Richard Spencer. I check all your boxes.
But
you want me to go through the thousands of hours I have posted of internet content and find you one exact clip to satisfy your weird
because we do 30 hours of content a week. We do 30 hours of content a week. Okay. If somebody said Mersh has never done thing A or thing B, I'd go to my Discord, reach out to some people. I'd say, it was around this time. Find me a clip. Feed. Bam, bang, boom. You waited until today, right? Until we were going.
2 days ago.
No. What? But I didn't start getting tagged in tweets until today, right? We had an hour until the show time, and I start getting entire 2-hour episoubstantiated episodes sent to me with no timestamps going, oh, I did this one time.
We can go through every definitive statement you made that is 100% unsubstantiated and false, not the least of which is that I failed to defend free speech. When I do it on a weekly basis, it takes 2 seconds of clicking through my channel. Yes. That's the basis for my... By the way, you know how I found the stream? Because we share a significant segment of our audiences. Why? Because the irony here is we actually share the same values. We share the same principles. You guys just have some weird prejudice against me that you can't look past because you are in fact unprincipled, not me.
Excuse me. This part I disagree with. I hear what you're saying, and if you defend those people, look. First off, we will be I'll be at least the first one to say if you did, you're right or wrong. But to sit here and think that we have some personal vendetta against you,
we played a
that's
video.
Not true.
Is there? You can't substantiate any of your claims.
We played a 2-minute video, and then I hyperbolically a bit went off and did a little yelling. But that's not. You're making it sound like we've been just covering Matt Christian. We're going to expose Matt Christiansen today. It's not like that. I pointed out the fact that you can be free speech.
Claims that you can't support right now.
You can say, yes, I'm for free speech. Nobody's saying you're not. But are you a stalwart defender of free speech? Like, when was the last time you had a risky guest on?
50 people I've defended from deplatforming or attempted deplatforming. And if you guys can't check every box of everyone I've defended, you're not a free speech warrior like me. You're not sufficiently fair. You want to do this?
Hold on. But that's fair, Matt. But also, that's a fair comment. I will say, no, I'll admit that's a fair comment. The difference is, I'm not going to spurg out about it on Twitter all morning when I said we'll talk to you at 5.
I spurged out. So you get to call me a slow fag.
Yes.
You get to spend a half hour talking unsubstantiated shit about me, and if I respond on Twitter, spurged out.
No. But we're allowed. No, you're allowed to spurg out on Twitter. But my point is, we talked, and I was like, hey, we'll have you on the show. We'll deal with it on the show. You know what you did? You went online to get your fans riled up.
Read my tweet that's spurging out. Read one tweet that's spurging out.
And then I even saw the tweet fest going on, and I interjected today, and I was like, all right, look, everybody cool out. We're going to have them on. We're going to have a conversation.
You get to run your mouth all you want, but if anyone
on my show, I can. I can say whatever I want.
They're way off base. This is a joke. You guys don't live up to your own standards, and that's why you got ripped by your own audience. But you're not going to listen to it.
What are you talking about? Ripped by my audience. What are you talking about?
You were responding to your own live chat and going, la, 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 I'm not going to listen to the evidence.
Oh, no. I was responding to my live chat. You're right. And we do share audiences. So it's not like we had a revolt of our audience. It's people that listen to you too and listen to us and listen to Sticks.
They're wrong.
We're having what you like to have, a conversation.
Yeah. We're having a conversation right now. That's what we're doing. We're talking to you.
It'd be nice if you asked me these questions before making accusations against me.
Okay, I'm sorry. So when we have videos, just to be clear, when we have these videos, because clearly we've admitted we listen to your show. Outside of the episode that you listened to that we were talking about you, have you listened to our show? Do you know what we're about?
I've been recommended. I have a certain segment of my audience that has recommended your content before.
No, that's fine.
I've listened to the full half hour of you guys talking shit about me and my show. That's my initial exposure to it, and that's the irony, man. Mm-hmm. We should be friends. You guys pick a fight. I don't know why. We should be friends. We have values that align.
Okay, I will say this. I will admit this. I did talk about you on my personal show, David, because I was covering the whistleblower thing, we also were saying how fucked up it was. Me personally, you didn't see my show; it's my morning show, but how fucked up it was with the whistleblower when you had the photo behind you and all that stuff. And I said, it's fucked up that we're doing. I also said you've been recommended to me, and I said on my show that you're not my cup of tea. I understand, but the truth of the matter is like maybe you're right. Maybe we should be friends based on all that stuff. What we deal with. For us, what we deal with on a daily basis is a lot of people that claim to be free speech people, and they say we'll cover anybody. And when we bring up, hey, did you cover that? Did you cover the other person? They say no.
What standard could I possibly meet to satisfy you? What box can I check to be sufficiently pure for your satisfaction?
But I guess my question is, why do you need to be?
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Because
I don't care if you like us. The difference is I don't care.
I can levy a criticism based on things I've observed in the past.
Then why would you set that standard? This guy doesn't meet that standard, yet you admit the standard is pointless?
Low risk radical centrism. That's what it is. It's
on
literally,
what basis am I a centrist?
It's literally, well, on the one hand, I could see how they see it that way, but on the other hand, I can also kind of see how they see it this way.
All sorts of quotes to me that I never said.
If the public discourse was a lake and Matt Christiansen jumped in it, there'd be no ripples in the water. It's like this. It's just milk toast.
Hold on. Wait. We said that there are people that say it's okay to ban Nazis. We said Matt Christiansen.
Said me specifically. Go back and listen. You lumped me in with a bunch of people, and you said Matt says it's fine to ban Nazis and white supremacists. No, I didn't.
I never said that about you.
My entire career. You say I'm
I've
new
never
to the party.
said that you said it's okay to ban Nazis. That's a bold-faced lie. I did say that you are not like the free speech guy you claim to be, that you're not defending these people the way you could, that you kind of do. All. Yeah, the Groypers, I get it. That's a fashionable thing right now. The only people who are against the Groypers are on Turning Point's payroll. That's a thing.
No possible standard I could meet to satisfy. That's the problem here. There's nothing I can do where you'll go, okay, yeah, that guy stands for free speech. Good for him. It's impossible. That's the point. And you guys don't even live up to your own standard. The standard is I get to supply a subjective list of people that you have to have defended to my subjective satisfaction, or else you're not principled. That's ridiculous. You don't live up to that standard.
How so?
Okay, I'll give you a list. This is the 50 people I've defended, and unless you can point me with a link to every single one of them where you've defended them, then you're a fraud.
We defended Owen fucking Benjamin from being deplatformed, and he fucking copyright struck my channel. Trust me, I am ideologically fucking consistent.
But did you defend
I
Tommy
do it to my own
Robbins?
detriment sometimes. Yes.
Did you defend Soph?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you defend Jared Taylor?
Yes.
Yep.
We absolutely have. We have to do 30 hours of content a week.
Yeah, that's the point.
And if you said, hey, find me an instance where you did it, I could actually come up with the clips.
Why don't you ask me about what I do stand for instead of putting words in my mouth? How about that?
Because what you stand for doesn't matter if you're not actually making any waves with it. If you're just having a milquetoast conversation, are you kidding me? I've watched your show. No. I've watched your show. Your show is like watching in and watching two bank tellers on a lunch break having a polite conversation.
And it's more successful than yours. And by the way, that's not true.
That's it.
There
it is. There it is.
But we got under your skin.
There's the dick measuring contest.
But we got under your skin.
Here it comes.
We got under your skin.
Hold on. The Montana BBC is going to whip it out for us.
You're the one who had to wait an hour while you were shadow boxing off of Skype, getting ready to come on here. Come on, man.
Look how big we are.
Did you shadow box?
How big we are.
Did you shadow box, Matt? I need to picture that in my mind.
It's clear that you guys don't stand on principle. That's fine. You don't have to.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're right, Matt.
Listen, I can say this. I stand by my original points. I do apologize if I said.
And you haven't substantiated a single one of them. Let's go one by one.
No,
shall we?
when I say, okay, show me a clip of this guy defending this particular, tough fucking edgy position one time, something to anything that was of any risk to you. Have you ever even had a yellow button next to one of your videos?
Yeah, by the way, you guys say that I've never, you said, welcome to the party. He's never been censored. I've had the same 30-day stream ban that you've had. They delete my super chats. They delete my chat. I'm constantly under threat from YouTube. When did you guys start? Because this accusation that I have just joined, I want to know, when did you get into this?
Well, we've been around.
We've been around for this show or other shows?
Yeah, remember that clip you sent me where you were talking about Spencer in Gainesville? We were there.
When did you start talking free speech on YouTube?
I mean, on this show or since I've been on YouTube?
Yeah, we've been doing this on and off for 12 years.
Yeah, it's about 12 years.
12 years. Okay.
Yeah, not on this channel.
I started 2015 talking about this.
Okay.
And you want to talk about how I haven't sufficiently lived up to the principle. I quit my real job to do this, to talk free speech. I left Patreon on principle after talking to their leadership and not being satisfied that they were sufficiently pro-free speech. You guys are still on there. Should I call you insufficiently principled for sticking with a platform that doesn't value free speech?
Out of curiosity, and I really don't know, and I don't know this, so this isn't me trying to get gotcha, but are you still monetized on YouTube?
Technically, yes. Although they
do you run ads? Do you run ads on your YouTube? That's just I'm just curious.
Okay,
but here's my point though. You got off of Patreon. We're not monetized on YouTube. You are. See what I mean? Like this back and
you're accepting that corporate globalist money from Google while they're oppressing these speech.
That's not the standard I'm holding.
You're accepting their blood money.
Pro free speech and still be on Patreon.
But
my standard is
you brought up.
You brought up Patreon.
Is insane.
But you brought it up though.
Nobody can beat it. As an exercise, as a demonstration about why your standard doesn't work.
No, you brought it up, and then he called you out for the Google thing, and then you backed off the original point.
Yeah, I mean, how can you be on? No, I know your point. Your point is whatever pseudo-intellectual stuff you want to say.
And if I were to try to hold you to the weird purity standards that you're holding me, you fail. You're in the same boat as me, as someone who's not enough of a defender. You didn't make all the right moves that I say you should have made, so you don't count. But also, everyone else is a gatekeeper.
No, but that's not the point I made. Here's the thing too, because you're acting like we've been spurging out on Matt Christiansen. We did one segment on you, and I shared my opinion of you. My opinion of you is that you are pro free speech until it's uncomfortable. If there's something that oh boy, we better back off this topic because I don't want to rock the boat too much. Matt Christiansen has never rocked a boat in his life.
Yeah, red ice. Red ice.
I've rocked the boat far more than you guys ever have.
And where are all the people? Where are all the people going? Man, dude, I fucking was going through it with YouTube and Twitter, but man, thanks to fucking stalwart of free speech, Matt Christiansen, he helped me get my account back.
I can only comment on why
people help each other all the time. That fucking retard Keemstar has helped people get their accounts back, and he's a fucking retarded person.
How many accounts have you saved?
We've helped a lot of fucking people on this show. I've lost accounts.
Name them. Who have you helped?
How many smaller channels have we fucking helped on this show? When the apocalypse happened, how many channels have we gotten? Go subscribe. Get them over 1,000 subs so we can monetize them.
I'll even take that for granted because if you've done that, good for you. I want to applaud you for doing that. That's what we should be doing. But this is the irony. Let's say all of your accusations against me were true, that I don't sufficiently defend free speech to the standard that you say is sufficient, or that I'm new to the game, that I'm only now just jumping into the pool. Why is your response to shame me for agreeing with you? Why don't you say, "Hey, listen, we're glad to have you. Welcome to the team. We got to fight here." Those are the terms I'd like to meet you guys.
The truth is, Matt,
let's stop arguing for just one quick second.
I just want to present it as it happened, though, because Matt is under the impression that we're just been like attacking him. Because this is how it happened.
No. I think what Mike's trying to point out is
a clip of you was played. I had a visceral reaction to it. The show is based on visceral reactions. It's a comedy show.
That's my original.
We insert some opinions and some politics and some culture war shit. This is a comedy show. Sometimes somebody plays a video of a guy who I've watched before, who I've seen their stuff before, who I personally, you don't have to live up to my purity standards.
Maybe you lied about it.
I don't personally have the opinion that they are, free speech guy like they say they are. So they play, oh God, please, Matt, come on. Give me a chance here. So he plays a clip, and I have a visceral reaction of, fuck this guy. I've seen him before. He fucking, like I said, if the American fucking culture war were a big lake and Matt Christiansen jumped in it, there'd be no waves.
Okay, dude. And you're the champ. I got you.
No. We've never claimed to be champ.
Claiming.
Okay, well then who cares? We're in the same boat. So why would I be ashamed to have that standard?
All right,
why would I be ashamed if that's the same boat you're in?
Out of curiosity, just trying to move past the talking over and screaming just for a second, because obviously that's not good for anybody that's listening, right? We could agree on that. Everybody in here? Okay, cool. You brought it up. What you said, we're on the same team, we're on the same side. I'm out of curiosity, what do you mean by the same team? Like who?
Well, thank you for actually asking me for what my perspective is.
All right, don't be fucking smarmy. I just try to bring it down, you fucking and then you had to get fucking fresh.
I'm telling you,
you guys didn't bring the attitude at all.
He was doing
gotcha. Here's the deal. We share a perspective of the First Amendment and free speech that is absolutist to the extent that the Supreme Court has defined it. I'm confident in that based on what I've heard you guys say. So
based on the 30 minutes that
would we defend every viewpoint? Yes. I assume we draw a line at say the incitement of violence and other direct calls to criminal activity, things like child porn, those things that the Supreme Court has outlined is outside the scope of the First Amendment. Do we agree on that?
Yeah, there's no disagreement. Absolutely.
Okay, and I've defended that relentlessly for 4 years, but it's not good enough.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, have you ever had any of those guys on?
What do you mean? We've had all kinds of people on our show.
You had Jason Kessler on your show? You've had Andrew Angle on your show?
Again, the purity testing.
No, because I can't stand these people. But it's very easy to have Stick Hexenheimer come on with his makeup kit and do fucking Jeffree Star videos. That's not difficult. It's difficult and uncomfortable and risky to have on other people who have been fucking completely unpersoned. No, but you're called out for a thing you don't do, and you're going, oh, you're so edgy.
That's the point you're making.
But my point stands.
Here, this guy's too
no, we're not edgy.
Listen. You want to call
whoever you want. Listen, I will never try to deplatform your show, and I'll defend it if anyone does.
Nobody said you were.
No one said you were. Nobody said you were.
And listen,
you're
straw manning. I didn't say you were deplatforming people. You're putting words in my mouth. I'm just saying that you're pro free speech until things get hot, and when the room gets hot.
You're just mad that I haven't hosted the people that you tell me to host. That's ridiculous.
And you can call us edgy boys if you want, but let's face it, you're a right wing Philip DeFranco. So like we all have our things. You know what I mean? There's
not as many jump cuts.
You're right. He does have less jump cuts. He does have less jump cuts. That's fair. That's absolutely fair.
Got to be objective here.
Yeah, that's absolutely fair. All right, look, I hear what you're saying. I will say this. I hear what you're saying. You're right. You don't have to have everybody on there because you're right. We haven't had everybody on the world on our podcast. You're right. You could go down the list and you can say I've had this person and we haven't had that person. That's fine. I understand what you're saying. But the part that I think is kind of just for me, and look, again, I'm agreeing with you now. You're right, and I think Michael will apologize for the butthole eyes comment here in a second.
I will apologize for the butthole eyes.
I actually don't care if you think I look stupid. I don't care if you like my style or not. What I care about is the lies about me. That's what I care about. And I don't even, I'm not demanding an apology on my own behalf.
No, I'm not asking you to.
But you did lie about me to your audience and then called them dumb.
What did we lie about, though? You still have yet to disprove what I said. You admitted you haven't actually defended these people. You admitted that you haven't actually. You're like, oh, so I'm not good enough for you then?
All you can do is ask me right now. Listen, I'm not going to go dig through the hours of content I've posted on the internet. Ask me right now, do I support the free speech of Andrew Anglin?
Then you know what? Yes. If somebody accused me of something,
of Christopher Campbell.
Okay, but if somebody accused me of something and I know I didn't do that, or I know they're accusing me of not doing something and I know I did it, I would actually take the time. If I was this upset, because clearly you're upset enough to come on the show and yell on Twitter, I would have had one of the listeners find it. I would have had somebody. I would have been like, go find me the clip where I did the thing he's saying I didn't do.
And then after that, you have to do the 5 other people that I say, because that doesn't count.
I'll send you an interview that we had with Jason Kessler on the show after Charlottesville.
Why can't I just say right now I support the free speech rights of Andrew Anglin? Why is it this time element? You had to do it at a specific time, or else
because his heat was up back then.
Yeah, now it doesn't matter.
Now nobody cares.
It's trendy.
Now he's just the guy that lives with his parents.
It's not now that it's trendy. It's back then it was difficult to because people were getting popped.
Now it's not difficult.
No, it's not. No, it's not. People were getting popped. It's really not as difficult now. That's true.
It's difficult to defend. I'll defend them right now. Name a name. Tell me who it's difficult to defend.
YouTube in 2016 it was a lot more ban happy than they are now. It was difficult. If you had them on, you were getting deleted.
I'm a brave boy. Tell me who it's difficult to defend. I'll do it right now on your show, since you said I'm too scared to do it on your stream.
It's not the time or the place. They're gone already. It's too late. They're gone. They're gone. They're already dead. You want to do CPR on a 2-year-old corpse? Go ahead, but it's too late now.
Name someone it's not too late for. I'll do it.
Well, you're already on the Groiper thing, I guess, because that's a big hot
name
thing
someone.
Right now.
Anyone. Take whoever you want.
This isn't a current issue. This is an established good one. He nailed me. This is an established history of you. Now you want to stand up for free speech. Where were you standing up for free speech when they were playing fucking whack-a-mole? When the YouTube mods were playing whack-a-mole.
That's the point.
Mr. Still Monetized over here, he really battles it out for free speech.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Like, you guys don't make money off your show?
Yeah, but we had to work around the system.
We're not monetized.
Right. You get paid by your audience, just like I do.
You get paid by YouTube, motherfucker. You get paid by Google, motherfucker.
You get paid
Milk Toast Matt gets checks from Google. Milk Toast Matt gets checks from Susan Wojcicki.
That's a very good point. If you
get checks from Jack Cunty, who gives a shit? Those aren't mutually exclusive. You can be pro free speech and do that. I'm not really.
But you're the one that brought up the Patreon. You couldn't principally be on it.
I'm saying I'm not holding you to that standard because it would be unreasonable.
But I'm asking a question. I'm asking a question is what I'm doing. I'm just trying to ask a question without yelling, without. I'm going to ask a question.
Mike, you never answered my question, by the way. But yes,
Adolf Hitler, Stalin. What do you want me to say?
Yes, I'll defend them both. Does that count? Does that count if I defend the speech and not the violence?
Underrated artist.
Yeah, they really were. He was a good painter. Not Stalin, but Hitler was. Let me ask you a question then. So I want to understand where you're coming from. So principally, you're not on Patreon because of what they do.
No, I left because I had a conversation with Jacqueline Hart, who's one of the executive people there, after the Sargon banning, and I was not satisfied that that at the time it was different too. As I'm sure you guys understand, or I assume you were on it at the time, a lot of people had basically all of their income on Patreon. And I was one of those people. And so it seemed really unwise to trust basically all of my income to a platform that is that shaky. And I've since decentralized.
So it wasn't because of them deplatforming people, but
yeah, it was.
Okay, so it was. No, I'm asking because I don't know what conversation you had with this.
I mean, it's both, but yeah. Because they are insufficient. You got to remember too, Patreon's standard at the time against Sargon was more restrictive than YouTube. The stream that Sargon got banned for was still up on YouTube without punishment. Patreon was taking an insane stance at the time and expecting people to count their livelihoods on their
I would say this, but I counter that with this. The first year, let's say we were doing ROTC, we were doing this show. The first year we were 90 days. We were banned and had videos deleted for hate speech violations, but we were still on Patreon. So I hear what you're saying, but I'm trying to understand, because you want me to ask, I'll ask the question. If principally you're going to leave Patreon because of how rough they are, what YouTube does is way more you're finding out now with the Eric Ciamella thing, right? Is way more egregious.
Here's the thing. I think that reasonable people can take differing stances on this. In the same way that you've decided you want to maintain Patreon as a platform to support your show,
yes.
I think you can do that and still be free speech. The thing with YouTube for me is, listen, I've built my name on YouTube. I'm not leaving until they actually delete my shit. Until they actually press the button that says no more super chats for Matt. Until they actually press the button that says Matt's channel is gone now.
Okay.
That's my stance on YouTube. And then because Patreon's a different role, I have maybe a slightly different stance on Patreon. Is it perfectly consistent? Perhaps not, but neither is your guys' stance. And that's the point I'm making. And I think it'd be unreasonable for either one of us to rip the other on some kind of weird purity test, because as I've said, we're actually on the same team here.
All right. Well, here's what
I don't understand.
Here's what I hear you. I'm honestly, believe it or not, trying to tone it down just a little bit, because I think the other thing we could all agree on is continually screaming at each other is not going to do anything either. Again, I'm trying. I really am trying. I know we all get heated and stuff. Look, I agree with you. I will be the first one to admit, yes, I have not seen every one of your episodes. Not that you've seen any of mine. I'm not expecting you to. No one's expecting to watch.
Yeah, I didn't say fuck that guy. He's a piece of shit.
I know
before having watched your videos either. So
that's absolutely fair. We haven't, but you defend my right to say it, right? So we all agree with that.
Of course, I wouldn't. Right. I'm not going to try to deplatform your channel. No,
we never accused you of deplatforming people. So we haven't. Look, I will agree with you on this. Obviously, everybody is not not perfect or morally consistent all the time, depending on who's looking at it. Can we agree with that?
Yeah, but that's why I don't understand why you're trying to hold me to some impossible standard. That's. Well, I think that's my position, not the one you guys articulated on Monday.
Right, and you know what? That's fair. You might have all this stuff. This wasn't. By the way, Matt, just so we're clear here, this wasn't going to be an ongoing thing. The taking down of Matt Christiansen.
The video, and I reacted.
No. I know you didn't.
Don't know why you would think that I had that understanding.
But this is my point, man. Do you understand what I'm saying? I never said you did. I'm making a point that has nothing to do with you for a second.
Well, that's why I don't understand.
Bringing it up.
Continue.
I'm clarifying our opinion. Maybe not just for you, for people listening, right? Maybe you completely understand. There's just people coming in now that have no fucking idea what's going on. So I understand. I don't think that you're actively out to like Antifa or trying to do anything like that or trying to hit people in the head with bike locks. I get that, man.
Okay. Thanks for giving me some credit. I think really generous.
Well, look, you're welcome. And my point is what's the end game here? So what is it you're looking for at the end of this? I'm just trying to get, because you wanted to call in and we had you on.
At the end of specifically my interaction with you guys?
Yeah, this call. That's all. That's what I'm trying to get to.
To be honest, I think you guys are jokes, and I'll probably not talk to you again. I think this was an exercise in futility. I think you haven't stood on any principles. I think you've been total hypocrites.
That's fair.
And listen, for people who enjoy your show, I'm glad. Enjoy it all you want, whatever. But yeah, I have no interest in interacting with you guys, which is a shame, because I think we could be valuable teammates, but you guys are intent on ripping me down and holding me to some weird standard that I can't live up to. So I don't know how the cooperation would effectively happen, but I wish you luck with your show, of course.
Teammates. Look, man, I hear what you're saying, but let's be honest here. Our shows are vastly different shows, all right?
I don't really think so. Why do you think we have so much shared audience?
Well, because but the same reason that people watch Tucker Carlson and watch and fucking watch Cheers. They're two different shows, right? People can enjoy things that
like us for the same reasons. I think your audience would attest to that.
I think that I think there might be a lot of crossover. I will agree, but I think
even
that
when he's insulting us, it's boring.
Yeah, look, my opinion.
Well, maybe you guys should try boring, and your show would succeed.
There it is. Bring that Big Mac dick back out. There it is.
I'm
big
just
guy.
saying, it's funny how you get to knock me down,
baby.
but if I respond, then it's my fault.
This is like listening to.
Hey, maybe if YouTube didn't shadow ban us and kept us monetized like you, we'd be succeeding.
No,
too,
and it's never happened to me. I've never had any action taken against my channel.
I had a yellow money thing next to me.
You know the difference, like when a rich white guy is complaining about something versus like in the hood, like he's got kind of like that. And I don't like you. And personally, I won't be back here. I won't.
Yeah,
be,
that's what's
I
funny,
won't
is
be
you guys
patronizing
rip
this
me for being
establishment
calm,
ever again.
And you rip me for being impassioned. Like, which
I'll
is it?
go to the
What should I
Cracker
do?
Barrel
The same way
across
you
the
rip me
town.
for being slow, but also really good at compiling the information better than you to share to your own audience.
Here's what it
I'm
is.
slow and a grifter. I'm an idiot, but good at tricking people. I'm boring, but also I'm too impassioned. You guys are. It's nonsensical.
I've never called you impassioned.
No, you can be impassioned and still be
The
boring.
whole point is you're saying that I've been too
Bernie
loud,
Sanders.
yelling over people, too argumentative. You're trying to calm it down. I calm it down. This guy's so boring. Take your pick, man. That's the point. Is you? It's like you're trolling. I can't win. Maybe that's your bit. I don't know. I don't watch your show. If it's a trolling bit, good for you, I guess. I hope the audience enjoys it.
Oh, they're enjoying it. Trust me, the one thing that the audience is, with whoever side they're on, they're absolutely enjoying it. There's no lie there. And right, we might be losers. You might not like us. And you might have more of the views. And I get it. Look, it's the same reason Crowder has a bunch of views. It's easy to sit there and do coffee talk shop with a chick.
Why don't you guys do it? Why don't you want to succeed? Why are you?
We are succeeding. Why do you all my bills are paid. I'm saving money.
Yeah, this is our job.
I understand that. Why?
This is our job.
My success.
But why do you hate success?
I don't hate success. I do just
your
fine.
show. I wish you guys the best with it.
I just don't want to. I don't want to temper who I am.
Fuck them. I hope they get banned. They're bad at their jobs.
We never said that.
Whatever.
Because I don't want to temper my personality and my beliefs to the point.
I did, or maybe I did.
Yeah, maybe I just don't want to. Maybe I don't want to water down and temper my personality to the point where I literally make no waves anywhere. Maybe I just don't want to be an ineffectual guy who's bragging about his sub count, who has a huge sub count, but nobody's ever talking about you. You know what I mean? Like, you could have 100,000. We talk about you for 2 minutes, and you asked to come on the show, so you're here.
You made that judgment.
You asked to come on our show, bud.
I have 250,000 subs, and not a single person is talking about any of my content.
Except for you guys. What are you talking about? You guys are talking about
for 1 minute. We did this. It was like we did a 1 minute bit, and then we had a whole debate, and then we moved on. We talked about you and other people in your little sphere of like radical centrists, and it became an overarching discussion about ineffectual milk toast, watered down. It's like, I could kind of see why it's this way, but also kind of see how they see it this way, and nothing ever gets done at the end of the conversation. We're having conversations. We're having conversations about the conversations.
It's better to not do any research and just talk shit and look like a jackass. I suppose that's the better way to rock the boat and be edgy and make waves in the pool. Good for you, man.
No, you're right. You know what? Being successful is a litmus test because Carrot Top makes $40 million a year, and he fucking sucks.
And I don't envy him. I don't begrudge him. I'm not saying fuck that guy. Top. It's so easy to do what he does. No, it's not. I can't do it. That's why I don't make his money.
No, trust me. No one thinks you're funny. That we agree with. We all agree with that. I think we all
strongly
agree.
disagree with that, but that's subjective. That's fine. I think your guys' show is not funny at all. I think the jokes were lame, but that's fine. It's not. It's not my determination.
Of course, you thought they were lame because we were making. Of course, they're lame because we were making fun of you. No one likes to be. No one likes to be picked on,
except for you guys.
It was so lame. You had to come running in here
except for you. Why are you
defend
talking
your
about
honor?
Why do you have me here?
Why are you
here?
You asked to be here, motherfucker.
Why did I ask to be on?
I don't know. Because we don't matter and our show's not funny, but you were like, I've got to go defend myself against these two guys that don't matter.
Yeah, you said I was too afraid to talk to people like you, too afraid to defend the
No. This is improving the point that you're not
to do that on your show. And you say,
now after the fact.
This time,
like I said, you want to do CPR to a fucking corpse? Go ahead.
Okay. Are there any other points you guys want to raise? I mean, this is an exercise in futility at this point.
He's above this. Wow. He's above this guest appearance he asked for.
I know. He asked for beyond. He asked for beyond, and now he's winding down with pseudo-intellectual babble.
Are we done here, boys?
Jesus Christ. Hey, Fraser Crane, why don't you relax?
I'm willing to answer your questions, but I don't need to.
I'm never coming back to this beef O'Brady's again.
Yeah, seriously. But I think those are the questions. I think I asked all the questions I wanted to ask. Did you have any more questions you wanted to ask?
I do have a few. About your principles.
Sure, absolutely.
Let's say this. You accused me directly of gatekeeping. Now, first of all, I would like to understand on what basis I'm a gatekeeper. And then secondarily, I would like to know, you're saying that I can't satisfy you without checking boxes A, B, and C. How is that not gatekeeping?
Well, first of all, you don't have to satisfy me or him or anybody.
We never claimed.
I'm entitled to have an opinion about you. Secondly,
explain how I'm a
yes, as I said, even going back, I watched a show back in 2017 and stuff like that. There's a little there's a little preferential stuff going on when it comes to like the Tim Pools and the Ford Fishers and then people in your little sphere, and they all just keep citing each other and referring back to each other. And it's just a big circle jerk. Yeah, you guys are. No. You talk about, well, my show's bigger than yours. And it's like, yeah.
No, because you are ripping my show. I didn't come on here just to say my show's so cool. You said my show sucks.
I didn't say it sucked. I just said you're kind of boring.
Yeah, I don't think anybody said it sucked.
Yeah.
I think we said it was
boring.
You
said it's boring.
It is boring.
What did you say? It's
like baseball's boring too, but it's an American institution. I don't want to see it get wiped from the planet.
Well, I think except for my show, which you do want banned, you said.
No, I don't.
You said you wanted it banned in your stream.
When did I ever say I want Matt Christiansen to get banned?
You said that on your stream. Go back on Monday. You said, I hope he gets banned so we're all at the guillotine together or some such.
Oh, yeah, of course. Dude, okay, come on, man. You knew exactly what we meant by that.
No, and I didn't say I hope you get banned. I said you're going to sit here and be middle of the road fucking fence riding guy.
Not middle of the road.
And then you will eventually get banned. And you will be at the gallows next to us.
You can't name one issue that I'm middle of the road on. What's the issue?
Well, when you were talking about the Charlottesville thing, and I think in 2017, you said something to the effect of when Trump was being criticized for picking both sides. I believe you actually I have it here. Hold on, I think
that Trump's statement was totally fair. I actually defended the statement.
I'm not saying. Let me finish. I'm not saying you defended the statement. You said, well, I could see why both sides would be riled up about this. And I have it here. Let's play it. I'll play it. How about
that doesn't mean I agree because I'm considering it.
No, you're asking the point of, but I'm not like a middle of the road fence rider. And he's saying, here's a quote of you being a middle of the road fence rider. Like
that's 2 years. What's the quote?
What's the matter if it's 2 years? 2 months ago. I said the same shit 2 years ago that I say now.
Can I play? It's you posted it. I'll play it. How about I just play it from beginning to end? Okay, it's 43-second video. I think you posted it on Twitter. I'll play it. Here we go.
Do I get to hear it?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to do that. Give me a second.
And the correction, one of the fans corrected it was when I was saying, I hope we literally all get banned from this platform, was the quote. And I said, and then he'll be on the gallows right next to us.
I don't know why you would hope for my channel to be banned either.
Oh, God, you're taking it so personally. Silly. It's like fighting with a girlfriend.
Let me play the clip. Tell me if you could hear it, because first off, let me if you can hear
That's why I'm frustrated with this
Hold on. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'm going to start it over. I'm going to play it.
Why I'm frustrated with this secondary controversy that has developed out of the tragedy in Charlottesville.
Why don't you guys slow this down?
I'm sorry. No, this is from here. I'll give you the link right now. This is from your Twitter. Here.
Okay, keep going. Here
you go. I'll send it to you right now on Skype so you can see it. This is from your Twitter. I'm pulling it off of your Twitter. So I'll play it again.
And that's why I'm frustrated with this secondary controversy that has developed out of the tragedy in Charlottesville. This controversy of whether the president sufficiently condemned white supremacist groups specifically or not. Is it sufficient to condemn political violence generally, or should we expect the condemnation of the particular perpetrator? I think reasonable minds can take both sides of this question, and I don't have a major problem with either side.
So if I say that people can have disagreement on something, that means that I haven't taken a stance?
It's basically, it's a very non-committal stance.
Okay, so
I think everybody has a point.
You found a 40-second clip of me saying, hey, I understand reasonable minds disagree, and then you cut out, 10 minutes of me explaining my perspective?
It's from your Twitter! I played something.
You highlighted this. You wanted the world to see this.
A tweet from when? 2017? I didn't link this on Twitter recently.
No, but what does it matter when?
It was eons ago. I was a different man 2 years ago.
That's the point. Like, why would you play this one particular clip of me saying, I think reasonable people can disagree? Do you not believe reasonable people can disagree on a whole host of issues?
Yeah, of course people can disagree.
Yeah, but that's not you. That's not you defending freedom of speech. But you're not. Where's the flaming sword carrying it into battle for free speech? I think everybody has a valid point. Thanks, Matt. Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for that fucking amazing
that
input.
Represents the totality of my channel because I once said reasonable people can disagree about an issue. Are you serious?
No, you asked us to bring up a point when you were being middle of the road, and we just did. That's what happened.
Because I once said reasonable minds can disagree. Now, I'm talking about an issue. Like, give me an issue. like a political issue that I
there
am
goes that
not
goalpost.
deciding.
There it goes. The goalpost is moving a little further away.
Yeah.
Look,
Well, that's
you
what
wanted
middle
to
of the road means. It means that I don't take stances on particular issues. What's the issue that I'm not taking a stance
Well,
on?
both sides are kind of right, and both sides, you know.
On what, though? On what?
It's your video,
Everyone's
Matt.
feelings are valid, man.
I
It's
don't
your
have the video
man.
in front of me. I don't remember the specific context.
It's
Can
40
you give me an issue and I'll tell you my stance on it?
The videos
Instead
from
of just giving me labels.
The videos from the tweet that says to the media demanding Trump condemn. I say welcome, but you're late. New video, and then you posted this clip, the one that I just played.
So this is 2017.
That is correct. This after I think it's after Charlottesville.
I don't know what my specific argument in that video was. That's more than 2 years ago. So instead of just, this is what you're trying to do. You're trying to apply a label to me and then backfill it later. Instead of just being an honest person and asking me what my stance is.
No, you asked
you're trying
him a
to do
question.
this weird trap in which I don't have the context to answer your question.
You asked him the fucking question to begin with, and then
I
he played
answered
a
it.
clip, and now you're like, that was
Right,
2
so
years ago.
what-
I don't even remember. I was all high on
2
pills
years
back
ago,
then. Things were
reasonable
crazy.
minds can disagree about something that makes me a centrist. Really?
Reasonable, yeah, because you're not taking a stance, man.
On what? What did I not
you
take a stance
tweeted
on?
I sent you the link in your Skype. You tweeted the video.
The video has 10 minutes of additional material beyond that. And I don't
clipped it.
remember the specific case, but you're not taking my full argument. You're taking one sentence.
So I think that's the point here, and I think we're never going to agree. I don't think that when you're fighting this war or we're on the same team, I don't think that there's all these reasonable arguments on both sides. Hey, let's sit here and have a Dave Rubin discussion on IKEA furniture. I think that at this point now, the way everything's being treated, you fucking take a stand and go, "Oh, that's fucked up."
Ask me to take a stance on an issue. What issue do you want me to take a stance on?
At this point, who cares?
Okay, so
you have your own show to do. I have an opinion about your show. I'm going to do my show and share an opinion.
A question about an issue to satisfy you. Is it not clear to you
Because
guys that
we
you're
just
just
played it-
intent on assigning labels to me and then giving me no ability to react, to
Give you
respond to them?
ability. You've been here for almost a fucking. Is it an hour? It feels like an hour.
It's 45 minutes.
God.
It's been a while.
How am I supposed to win? Tell me what you want me to do. I don't understand what.
What does it matter what I want you to do?
Why do you want to win?
Because you're arguing that I need to do things differently.
Why do you want to
the
win?
whole
My
basis for
issue
your
from
criticism.
the beginning is the fact that you are a free speech guy until it is uncomfortable.
Give
until the
me
heat is
someone
turned up,
uncomfortable to defend
until-
right now.
Because right now, I don't want to pull one out of my ass. You've had 2 years to bring one of these people on.
I do
Any
it every
of them.
goddamn week, man. I don't know what to tell you. Click on any video on my channel. You're gonna hear a free speech topic. We're gonna talk about the person who was banned that week. We do it every week. And you can't give me any person who's unfashionable to defend. Who would you defend right now that's unfashionable? Who's the last person you defended that was unfashionable? How about that? What's the last person on your show?
Owen Benjamin.
Probably Owen Benjamin.
Defended him. We've hosted him on our show.
Owen Benjamin. Who else? Well, he copyright struck my channel, and I still defended him.
Well, that sucks. I wouldn't
there have
support
been
that
other
if you did that.
Brendan
But
Dilley, who's
by
an
the way,
utter
do I get credit
retard.
for that or no? Because that's unfashionable, and I just defended him. And I hosted him on my show. Do I finally get credit?
Well, you also, when was the last time he was on your show? Was he ranting about the moon and Jews and fucking eating Adderalls and
We
punching
had
his
him on
dog? Because it's been
it was spring 2018.
Well,
I
we
think.
defended a much different version of Owen Benjamin
I'll
than you
defend
had
him right
to.
now.
Okay?
I'll defend every conspiracy theory he's ever said.
It's somebody here is street. This is actually in regards to what you're talking about. Somebody here sent a Streamlabs that says, "This is DSA Kevin Flanagan." I mean, maybe you know who it is. Wait. Well, let me just. I'm just want to read what he said. Wait a second, Matt. Matt has repeatedly refused to read my super chat just because I'm with the DSA. I guess the Democratic Socialists of America.
No, we read his chats all the time. The ongoing gag on our show is he tries to make the spiciest chats possible that are like gas the Jews, that kind of stuff. Listen, I've never banned him. The reality is that I can't put my own livelihood at stake to read every single. And Kevin Flanagan's a friend of mine, and he joins my hangouts. We speak on the internet. His whole bit is that he's trying to go as far as he can with speech, and I've never punished him for it. At the same time, can I put everything I have at risk to read like a quasi incitement to violence? No, I can't. I'm sorry. I have to have some standard.
That probably explains the second one. Wait a second, Matt. This is from the same guy. Wait a second, Matt. Aren't these the two guys you said should be censored for their pedophobia?
Okay,
all right. No, I mean
exactly. He's doing a bit.
I mean, I'm sure. I'm sure you didn't say that. I'm just giving you a point on that one. Okay, I see what you're saying with him.
But to the point we're talking about.
Yeah.
If I didn't defend free speech, would I allow this guy to have a voice on my show? Why wouldn't I have banned him a million years ago?
All right, fine. How about this? Will you have Nick Fuentes on your show?
Yeah, people have asked all the time. I don't think it's out. I can't guarantee it, but I'm not saying I refuse to host him.
I mean, he would go on your show.
I don't do this weird banning of people or blacklisting of people. I've spoken about Nick Fuentes repeatedly.
You've spoken about him. Will you have him on your program?
Yeah, I'm willing to talk to him, sure. I don't know if he wants to come on our show, but our audience has asked about it frequently, and at no point have we said, absolutely not, he is an immoral whatever, and he's banned from here. I don't do that. And in fact, I can't say that I agree with Nick Fuentes on much based on what I've seen, but I do think that he has been treated unfairly, and I've been willing to go to bat for him when I think that the treatment has been unfair. But again, that doesn't count because apparently it's fashionable now. He's cool, even though we've known who he is for quite some time now, and he's personally ripped our show, I believe. He said some mean things about my co-host. That's fine. I don't care.
I didn't know that. But he said shit about us.
Well, yeah. I mean, you've coming on here to confront us. So I mean, you have thick skin. But would you invite him on your show?
Would I?
Will you invite him on your show right now?
I'm not doing it right now. I haven't even spoken with my co-host, so I can't do it on the spot.
Free speech.
I'll put it this way. I'll say it this way. If he wants to talk,
it's getting a little hot, isn't it? Get a little spicy, huh?
If he wants to be on our show, it's possible. I can't make guarantees because it doesn't always pan out. But what I can say to you is, I'm not going to sit here and moralize about how his opinions are banned from this or that. I don't do that. I never do that.
I will say this without talking to my co-host. I will have Nick Fuentes on and talk to him.
Have him on
right now. I mean,
well, why don't you?
But talk. Because he hates us like he hates you.
We don't like that.
Yeah, he hates us.
We don't get along.
It sounds like you guys.
Oh, we'd have him on in a heartbeat.
An unfashionably unpopular.
But
he has an open right now. Unlike you, Nick Fuentes, you have an open invite to come on this program.
We don't need to talk to anybody else.
See that?
He could be on.
Done. That was easy.
Right now, he could be on right now. No matter how many cookies he talks about, no matter if he talks about Israel the whole time,
fine. Okay.
He can be on.
Here, how about this? He has an open invitation to my show. Have I satisfied your standard?
But why did you say possibly before? What happened?
He hasn't, because I don't like to operate the way that you guys do. I like to actually consult with my co-host and figure out a plan before I reveal information publicly, because things often fall through. But if I have to do this, and you guys will finally say, okay, this guy's pro free speech. Okay, he has an open invitation to my platform. Have I checked the box now?
I'll tell you something right now. I'll say this right now. I'll answer your question. When you have Nick Fuentes on, I will on this show say you have checked my boxes and you have an open and you have 100% open.
Well, wait,
speech.
You haven't even had him on your own show. So how is that a fair standard?
Well, obviously, if you just hold on, let me be fair here. Obviously, if you ask him and he doesn't want to come on, I'm not going to hold that against you. But my point is, you just said everybody heard you say a couple minutes ago.
So how do I have to prove it to you? What do you want me to send you a screenshot of an email? What do you want?
I mean, that would be good, or a PayPal, like whatever you want. It's cool.
Okay. I'm genuinely baffled by how I'm supposed to satisfy your guys' standards.
I'm actually astonished that you give a fuck why you want to satisfy us.
I'm flipping. Yeah, I'm actually flipping now. I'm a big Matt Christiansen
that you painted of me. I'm actually willing to discuss ideas. I'm actually willing to go back and forth and defend what I believe in and defend myself. I'm not afraid, as in the way that you painted me.
To be fair, no one said you. I didn't say you were afraid.
You did. You said I was, and you say I'm afraid to take on unpopular stances.
I didn't.
That's exactly the accusation.
I said you weren't. Let me be clear. I said you weren't afraid to come on the show. You're right. I'll be fair. But, you got to understand, from our perspective, when Mike just asked you a second ago, hey, you have Nick Fuentes on? I got to talk to my co-host. I got to see.
Yeah, I'm trying to sell a car. I got to talk to the wife first.
So wait, you get to tell me how to run my show, and if I don't do what you say, I'm not principled on free speech.
No, you asked, what can I do? You asked, what can I do to prove I'm free speech? We gave you an option, and you kind of wiggled out of it.
I've received no credit. In fact, there's more hurdles I have to clear.
You literally received credit after you first said, well, I got to talk to the old missus at home.
Come on, she's in charge of the checkbook, so
you have to invite him on and show me that he's been invited on, then you get credit. That's the thing, is it's a series of perpetual hurdles, but it's never good enough.
Possibly he could be on, but he made fun of my co-host, so maybe not. Like, come on,
I didn't say that. I said
you said he made fun of your co-host.
It's fine. That's the opposite of what I just said.
You made fun of her and it's fine, but you still need to talk to her to have him on. That's kind of weird, man.
Not out of any issue with him, because this is how we operate. I'm sure you guys are aware. We try to get guests all the time and things fall through. People say they're going to show up. They don't. I don't like to put information out there. One, because I don't want people to get some kind of unfair treatment in terms of people mobbing them to go on the show or not go on the show. But the other reality is I don't want our audience to expect something when it hasn't been set up yet. And until I actually have that person on my in my Skype and it's actually recorded, I don't like to put that information out there because then you're just misleading people. So this isn't a speech issue. It's just how I choose to run my show and interact with my audience.
Well, I mean, I think at this, and honestly, we're coming up. We have to end here in like 2 minutes. So obviously, we're not I don't think we're getting anywhere from
but
here.
I want to give Matt the last word. It's only fair.
Obviously.
Well, I would just say that it's a shame that you guys greeted me with judgment as opposed to a fair shake. You could have asked me all of these questions. I'm not mad at you for having criticisms with my style or how I choose to present information. And I appreciate you giving me the last word. So I will say credit where due there. And I'll also say, because I want to give appropriate credit,
sure,
most people don't do what you guys did, which is actually be willing to engage. So while I do think I was treated horribly unfairly, you did more than the average person does. I'll credit you there. I wish that we could see eye to eye on what I believe are our common principles. I don't think that's going to happen because you guys have some weird animosity towards me. That's fine. I wish you all the best with your show. And I don't know. Do whatever you want, of course, but I think it's a shame to be making enemies out of people who stand with you on core issues. So it's a bummer.
I mean,
it's regrettable.
And look, I will say, I wouldn't consider you an enemy. Like that. That's
you're not my friend.
Okay, but there's a middle. I understand. There's a middle between a fucking enemy and a friend, man. Let's be realistic.
I'm not going to work with you. Let's put it. I mean, we're not.
No, I don't want to work with you.
All right,
just trust me. I don't want to be bored to death. Jesus Christ, we got it.
Stay awake at meetings.
All right. We're good. We need to go.
Roll out.
By the way, Matt. Obviously,
like
every guest, MattChristiansen.com. Not that he doesn't need us because he's made it very...
MattChristianmedia.com.
Sorry, you're right. I apologize.
All right,
MattChristianmedia.com. Somebody else took the other one. MattChristianmedia.com and Matt Christiansen on YouTube. He doesn't need our help because he's so big, as he made it clear. But you could go check him out.
No, my channel's boring and nobody watches it. That's what.
Nobody said nobody watches it. We just said it was boring.
Yeah, it makes no waves.
Nickelback sells out arenas and they suck. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, well,
you can play some clips of this later on.
I get it. You guys
hate
hate success. That's fine.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to say?
No.
Okay, that's it. Well, take it easy, Matt. Have a good one, bud.
That was such an uncomfortable. No.
Not maybe for him, not for me. I like that stuff. Are you kidding me? I love it.
That was fun.
I love it.
That was fun.
Yeah. Mexi Max and Cheese, $5. Fuck this Matt guy. You guys brought him on and opened the segment with an apology and a chance for him to talk. He comes out of the blasting like some kind of autist with a handgun. He made himself look so bad. $10. Hey guys, Matt is a good guy. I think there is a risk of forget the issue of the left. Also, Matt, look forward to tonight's call-in show. Thank you, Miles Kinslow. John Duncan, that was the gayest circle jerk I've ever seen. Almost impressed. Frederick Godzilla Menschkin, Matt, I watch your show, but come on. Evan Blonde sometimes looked shocked at you for being a centrist. That's not me. That's one of your fans. Yo-Yo9, you haven't mentioned the elephant in the room. His co-host is a very far right. She has been fired from her job for her views, yet she's still co-host. He's still co-host with her. All right.
I wasn't trying to turn this into a fucking attack or anything.
Yeah. Let's see here. Eggsy Jepstein, I think Matt should defend Mersh right now. It would be like Arya saying Joaquin Heiger. Mexi Max and Cheese, who the hell wants a teammate that can't handle the banter? Matt Christiansen, get back to the bank window. There's a line. The pay $1. You want to succeed, you need to do it this way. I'm here because you don't operate like that. Yeah, you want to succeed.